paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look.
Nipsey Hussle wasn't just a rapper, he was a movement. A man who turned his struggles into strength, his hustle into hope, and his dreams into a legacy that continues to inspire millions. But his journey wasn't just about music. It was about community, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. This is the story of Nipsey Hussle, the rise, the fall, and the marathon that never ends. Born on August 15, 1985, Nipsey Hussle grew up in the heart of South Central Los Angeles. Nipsey's upbringing was shaped by the harsh realities of gang life, poverty, and the systematic inequality.
You know, I grew up in South Central Los Angeles. You know, we come from gang culture, so we dealt with the system a lot. And we saw firsthand just over-sentencing, unfair probation policies and stuff. So to see people putting energy into reforming that, just making it a little more closer to what's fair.
But even as a teenager, Nipsey had a vision, a dream of rising above his circumstances and creating something lasting. Nipsey's journey into music began in the mid-2000s. He started releasing mixtapes independently, building a loyal fan base with his raw, authentic storytelling. His lyrics weren't just about the streets, they were about the struggle, the hustle, and the desire to break free. But the music industry wasn't ready for Nipsey's unapologetic approach. He turned down multiple record deals, choosing instead to bet on himself. In 2013, Nipsey made headlines when he sold his Crenshaw mixtape for $100 a copy. It was a bold move, but it paid off. Jay-Z bought 100 copies, and Nipsey's message was clear. He wasn't just an artist, he was a businessman.
You sold me a CD for $100.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And Jay-Z bought how many of them?
Yeah.
How many did Jay-Z buy? Like 1,000?
He bought 100 of them, right?
He bought 100 of them, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, I was like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to slide it to you free.
Yeah, I was
Big
like,
made me take the 100.
Yeah, I was like, man.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to take it from Big.
But on the real, the whole pay get down, and that's outside the box, though. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And now, so what does Nipsey do now? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, you know, the marketing for Crenshaw was it was a movement called Proud to Pay.
Yeah, man. And I was proud to pay. That's why I paid,
Most
brother.
definitely. But it was by choice. It wasn't by force. If you wanted to get it for free, you can go online and download it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just think that the way we buy and consume music, we test it first.
Right,
we
right.
get the bootleg first.
Yeah, man.
Even if you love the artist, you test it first. And then if you like what you hear, if you was inspired by it, if it gave you some game, if it gave you some good times, you support it as like a reciprocation of what you got.
Right,
like,
right.
You know, with it. Here go.
Yeah, some people won't even go back and get it, though.
If it's whack, then, you know, you like, I ain't gonna listen to it, why pay for it?
I hear you.
So I'm like, you know, I just wanted to test out what offering it free would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
How many copies did you print?
Man, originally we printed 1,000 of Crenshaw.
Right,
we sold them out the first night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dope.
And that was crazy. It was like a line around the corner. We had a pop-up shop on Fairfax.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
you know.
This was the beginning of Nipsey's rise, as not just a rapper, but a mogul. Nipsey's success wasn't just about music. He was deeply committed to his community. In 2017, he opened the Marathon clothing store on Slauson Avenue, the same street where he used to hustle. The store wasn't just a business, it was a symbol of empowerment, a way to create jobs and inspire the next generation. Nipsey was also involved in STEM programs for youth, real estate investments, and efforts to combat gang violence.
Local rapper whose music is synonymous with the basketball culture. I mean, you can't even go to a Lakers game without hearing a track from Nipsey Hussle. Now Nipsey is giving back to his South LA community by renovating those same dilapidated basketball courts he grew up playing on. Rapper Nipsey Hussle goes back to where it all started.
Right now we on 59th and 3rd Ave. I grew up a couple blocks from here. My grandma been in this area, in this community since, you know, decades.
Before his music charted to South LA.
You know, this is one of our home courts.
Only on this day, he's at 59th Street Elementary School.
And rooted in this community since day one.
Touring the basketball courts he helped renovate in a partnership with Puma. This is what the courts looked like before.
The backboards was a little ate up, you know, it was no color on the floor, it was a little ran down.
And this is what they looked like after Nipsey and Puma pumped 10 grand into them.
Obviously the artist was crazy, drew visuals, and it just brings some color, you know, to a place where all the kids gonna be every day. you know, surrounded by art, I think it's good for the brain. I think it's good for the spirit.
And Nipsey has posted online saying, "Crenshaw made me. He'll always be fighting for Crenshaw. The work ain't done yet. The marathon continues."
By 2018, Nipsey's hard work was paying off. His debut studio album, Victory Lap, was nominated for a Grammy. He was in a loving relationship with actress Lauren London, and he was becoming a voice for change in the hip-hop community. But just as Nipsey was reaching new heights, tragedy struck.
Breaking news to tell you about out of the entertainment world. Rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot. 2 others were hurt in a shooting here in LA. This is a live picture where you can see fans gathered outside a store owned by the artist.
On March 31st, 2019, Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed outside the Marathon clothing store. The news sent shockwaves through the world. Fans, celebrities, and community leaders mourned the loss of a man who had become a beacon of hope. The alleged shooter, Eric Holder, was arrested and charged, but the question on everyone's mind was why. Nipsey's death wasn't just a loss for hip-hop, it was a loss for humanity. His funeral was attended by thousands, and tributes poured in from around the world. Artists and celebrities like Beyonce, Barack Obama, and LeBron James honored his legacy. But perhaps the most powerful tribute was the way his community continued to work, carrying on his mission of empowerment and self-determination. Nipsey Hussle's story is one of resilience, ambition, and unwavering dedication to his roots. He showed us that the marathon continues, even after we're gone. His legacy lives on in the lives he touched, the businesses he built, and the message he left behind, to keep pushing no matter the odds.
Marathon is just about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight, and just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. Laying a brick every day instead of trying to build a brick wall, just lay a brick every day.